Hey, I'm Anthony.
And I'm Ellis. This is Stupid Marketing Tweets, a podcast where we point out bad ideas that undermine the reality of marketing.
And today we have a very special guest. His name is Mark Miller. I've known Mark for, maybe 20 years or something like that. 17?
Close. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Mark is an entrepreneur here in Arizona. He is the author of a new best-selling book called Culture Built My Brand. And he's the co-founder of the Historic Agency, also based here in Arizona. Mark, thanks so much for joining.
Thank you for having me. Excited to be here.
Yeah, awesome. So our rule is anyone who joins as a guest needs to bring a stupid marketing tweet. So what's your tweet, Mark?
Well, I have two, but I'll go with the first one. I don't want to break the rules, so I don't know if there's one or two. But the first one is this tweet: how to start a six-figure email marketing agency. Month 1 and 2, learn email marketing, learn an outreach method. So very specific and detailed. Month 2 and 3, reach out to prospects, work in exchange for testimonials. Month 4 through 6, charge $2,500 for services, sign 4 clients, don't stop here. That's $10,000 a month.
It's just amazing how quickly that math adds up. You know, we could all be making just $10,000 a month if we could charge 4 people $2,500 a month.
Yeah,
so
that's
easy.
Great. It's so easy.
Yeah, it's, for something you've only known how to do for 3 months, now you can charge $2,500 a month.
That's right. That's as someone who owns an agency that does email marketing, I thought this was kind of hilarious about just, it only takes 1 to 2 months to learn email marketing.
Well, when you're not doing anything else, I mean, just imagine squishing everything you've learned in your whole career, Mark. It probably fits into a month.
Yeah, exactly. Right. I mean, I think I have 3 months worth of just how to write a subject line that someone will look at, not even open. And there's probably another 6 months of how to write a subject line that someone will actually open. So I don't know how you get 1 to 2 months, learning. And then the whole thing of like learn an outreach method, like which one? And how?
Just pick one.
And what's it for? I mean, I'm assuming it's for reaching your clients, but yeah, totally. That's
so. As a professional in that market, why is it complicated, Mark? What is complicated about email marketing? Like, why can't it be summed up in 3 words?
Well, the thing that we've seen over the past 2 years, right, is we've had a pandemic, major cultural shifts, change how people consume email. In addition, in that same time period, you had drastic technology shifts, more so closer to where we are today with Apple wanting to hide everyone's email and privacy. And so the things that worked like literally 3 months ago may not be working today. And you need to know way more about behavioral design and consumer behavior and your relationship with, or your client's relationship with that email list. It makes a huge difference in understanding what that is. So, I mean, there's so many different aspects to content marketing that isn't just, here's 2 months worth of, watch this course of video a week and you're going to know how to use MailChimp, it's going to be great. I mean, and then there's even legal, like that's not even talking about the legal stuff, right? So GDPR and the state of California and other states are coming on board with more privacy regulation. And so that is a whole nother aspect that you have to make sure you're compliant on.
Mark, how long did it take you to get your first $2,500 a month clients?
Oh, geez. I think I kind of lucked out because we got one fairly early. We had, when we first started, Historic Agency, one of our early clients came on as a retainer, and that was our first retainer. And we're like, whoa, that's great. We have money every month. This is amazing. It was one of those like Oprah moments where you go around and you're like, you get a car and you get a car. And then you realize like, $2,500 isn't even going to pay the taxes probably on $2,500. So, but it was a good feeling, right? That was our first client. And that's actually one of the things that moved us to be more of a full service agency we don't do everything under the sun like a big shop. We're still a boutique with about 10 people, but we do focus on a handful of different services that are recurring, right, to generate revenue. So that idea of a service that, hey, someone is going to need every month that you can provide is definitely sound. It's just, kind of stupid to think that there are companies with 30 or 100 people working on email marketing. To think that you can learn, that in, 2 months is kind of stupid.
Oh, yeah. Well, something that I was going to mention is that, if you can reach out to prospects within 1 month, convert them to 4 paying clients after you've already worked in exchange for testimonials, like, good luck. And if it's not the same people, that means you have at least double the people who you need to convert into your business. I mean, this is just ridiculous. It seems like you're doing like line by line addition just to get people. Yeah,
this will work. Yeah, it's almost like you revert. And I hate this whether it's Instagram or Twitter. All these marketing coaches or entrepreneur coaches or self-proclaimed, oh, I'm going to teach you, so buy my course, and you find out that they actually never did anything with their lives. They just made a course that they're trying to sell you on. Is they're reverse engineering the math, right? They literally are building this like multi-step, 3-step process to get you to $10,000 a month, not actually thinking about what it takes to do this. So Ellis, you're spot on. Conversion rates are low when it comes to professional services. So it's really, really difficult and really hard and challenging. And this, we're going to convert and like, hope you're good at your work too. Cause those testimonials you get, those 4, they might be bad with only 2 months worth of experience.
Yeah. And what are they going to say? Like, we really enjoyed the 3 emails that went out.
Yeah.
How much service can you provide to a client in 3 months?
Based on this tweet, I'm going to say that you can 100x their revenue in 2 months with email marketing.
So-and-so pressed send like no other.
Yeah, that's right. The way this person is able to use my MailChimp account for me is remarkable. That's the I don't know what they would write. Like 2 months isn't even, 2 months isn't even enough to see trends. Like, so we do baseline testing, whether, if it's an existing account and they already have a bunch of history, we do an analysis. We look at we set baselines for KPIs, and then we implement a test and then iterate on that test to improve, to hit targets, which doesn't happen in 60 days. Getting a client to, have a meeting within 14 days is remarkably difficult. So
what do you think? What would your expectation be? Let's say you met someone who just started a company a few months ago, right? They're trying to get into what you're doing. Everyone starts somewhere, right? So there's nothing wrong with that. But what would they need to provide to charge $2,500 a month with 6 months experience?
Yeah, so I think the thing that there's 2 types of clients when it comes to email, right? Some people who just, they want brand awareness. They feel like they have to do it and they want it. They just need to get it done. In that case, it's really a volume game, right? You need to add enough value to that relationship where they feel like they're getting $2,500. So that's probably writing email templates that they're using in other areas of the business in addition to a newsletter. Most companies only have a monthly newsletter. And if you're doing a weekly newsletter, that's even better. But, it's got to have a lot of value at $2,500 a month for someone to in that kind of relationship. The other side where people will pay you a lot of money is in e-commerce or specific product companies where they're growing that list all the time, which is a whole nother side of this conversation, right? Like, hey, you can be really good at marketing to the existing email list, but after a few emails, you've tapped that list, right? Like, you're not, after 2 or 3 months, you need to keep growing that. And that's not even mentioned in this tweet because, tweets, you can't put that many characters in maybe, I guess. But so the other relationship is more of an e-commerce product. And they're going to expect to make money, a certain dollar amount off of each email that's sent. And you have to deliver on that value. And if you can't, they're not going to pay you for it. And that value will, obviously some companies will pay you $10,000. Some will pay you $1,000 a month. So it just depends on what their expectation on that return on investment is. So that's kind of the two areas where we see people kind of fall into big buckets. And of course, I'm broadly speaking, there's a lot of nuance with clients.
Ellis, anything before we close up?
Well, I was just going to say that, especially now, I feel like where email marketing is the primary, if not the only way to speak directly to your customers, those contacts are really valuable. And if you're treating email marketing this flippantly, you're definitely not the kind of person that anyone should hire. Yeah,
that's right. If you're writing a tweet like that, then you don't really understand. Again, to Ellis's point, the relationship you have, if you're a professional services company, you drastically cannot. I mean, I can't iterate enough Ellis's point on the relationship is so key. So for us, we do value add newsletters with no real call to action because we want to add value. And most of from a lead standpoint or trying to convert people, I use video. I create video emails for everybody that are personalized, which is a lot of effort, but it treats people as humans and not as little, data points in a spreadsheet.
I love that you do that. Mark, before we wrap up, can you tell the world and our listeners about your book?
Yeah, Culture Built My Brand just came out. It's available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. You can check it out at culturebuiltmybrand.com, and it's about the connection between company culture and brand and how really the organizational or company culture that you have impacts your brand and really is your brand because it dictates who you hire, what decisions get made, what products get built, what your copy sounds like, how often you do email. Is it effective? Do you do email or tweets like this guy? That's all built into your culture, and that ultimately permeates throughout the organization and ultimately to your customers. And so there's some great case studies, and all the tools we use as an agency with our own clients are also in that book. So check it out, culturebuiltmybrand.com.
Right on. And if you want to learn anything about what Ellis and I do, check out edifycontent.com. Thanks a lot.